Hey everyone. So, for today's episode of Let's Talk MS, I just want to talk a little bit about discrimination against people who are living with an invisible disease, meaning that they do have a disability, they do have a disease, but you can't necessarily see it from the outside. And it seems to be a pretty big issue, not so much in Canada, but in the US. A lot of people that are a part of the MS Facebook group I'm a part of, I've seen them post a lot about going into a store, and when they come back out, they have a note on their car because they have a handicap permit, and people will make remarks like, well, where's your wheelchair? You're taking advantage. If you can walk into the store, you're not handicapped at all. And it's really saddening, but it's not shocking to me that there's that many ignorant people out there. Usually when I first tell somebody that I have MS, their first reaction is, oh, well, you don't look sick. You look great. Like, you look so good. And I say thank you, but how am I supposed to look? Because I have MS, am I supposed to be in a wheelchair? Am I supposed to be walking with a cane? But I have to tell you, when I was first diagnosed and I was walking with a cane, when I was in public, people were staring at me all the time, like, why is this girl walking with a cane? She looks totally normal. And frankly, it's none of your business. But there's so many ignorant people out there that make those of us who have a disease but don't show it feel horrible because we're trying to make ourselves look a little bit better because inside we feel like crap. Pretty much every day I feel like crap and I get really bad pain, especially at night. But I'm not showing that to anybody, and I'm not going around telling that to anybody because I don't want anybody to feel sorry for me. But it's amazing how many people have to go through this on a regular basis. I read an article this week that was written by a woman who seems to go through this a lot. When she has one day where she wants to go and do something because she's feeling a little bit better than she was before, she says that she can't post a picture on social media because the minute she does, it's all backlash of, well, if you can go do that for a few hours, you must not be sick. You must be feeling fine, and you can go work for a 9 to 5. And I just really want people to know that you shouldn't judge, as we always say, a book by its cover, because you never know what someone is going through on the inside. I post all my personal stuff on Instagram. I don't really use my Facebook for that. And I'm sure there's quite a few people who I have on my Instagram that think the same thing. Like, you have the disease, but because you're going out and doing this, like, you must be fine. And it's just really upsetting that a lot of people living with the disease have to go through this on a regular basis. So I'm just hoping by posting this video that people will understand. Don't judge someone and don't play down their disability until you actually talk to them and know what they're going through, because you will learn that sometimes what you see is not what that person is feeling. As I said, when I sit here and do these videos most of the time, I'm usually not feeling very good, but I'm not going to come out and say it because it's not something I should have to do. We don't have to prove to anybody that we have a disability or have a disease we're living with. And I just really hope that this is an issue that will start to fade away and people will become more understanding for things like this. If you ever see a situation where you know that this is happening, you should stand up and say something, because I definitely know that I would say something myself, because it's just not fair. You know, and it's not fair to discriminate against anybody for anything before you know their story. So I hope that everyone just takes something away from this video today. And I just hope that it's something, as I said, that we see that is not around and not happening, but we can only hope and we can only pray. So I hope that everyone has a great weekend, and I will see you all next week.